Donald Trump doesn't want to do all that. He's bored by it all. So he wants someone else to go through all that data and to deal with all that and to write the executive action. And so he loves Elon Musk being like, I'm going to create programs that go through everything. And he loves that shit. It now seems like there is a push to move by Trump and his inner circle to move Elon Musk out of his government office. And I believe there's some truth to this. I don't know how much impact it will actually have. But anyway, this is from Politico, and there's others reporting similar things. Trump tells Inner Circle that Musk will leave soon. President Trump has told his Inner Circle, including members of his cabinet, that Musk will be stepping back in the coming weeks from his current role as governing partner, ubiquitous cheerleader, and Washington hatchet man. The president remains pleased with Musk and his Department of Government Efficiency initiative, but both men have decided in recent days that it will soon be time for Musk to return to his businesses and take on a supporting role, according to 3 Trump insiders who were granted anonymity to describe the evolving relationship. A couple of things are happening here. One is Elon Musk tried to purchase the Wisconsin courts election, the Supreme Court election in Wisconsin. Spent $25 million, which to him is nothing, to us is a crazy amount of money. And he failed pretty spectacularly. It seems that he likely failed because he was trying to buy the election. Like, people came out to vote for the liberal judge because Elon wanted everyone to vote for the other guy. So that was it was kind of a wake-up call and to the Republicans that Elon Musk is getting increasingly hated. His popularity numbers, which as if they matter, are way lower than Trump's. I think there's more going on than just that. Trump is worried that this could impact his midterm numbers, etc. The way Musk is behaving and the way the nation views Musk now. Musk equally is worried about Tesla stock continuing to crash because a large percentage of his 400 billion or whatever the number is now is wrapped up in Tesla stock. So he's lost 120 to 150 billion dollars just in the past month because Tesla stock is crashing. People are rightfully protesting Tesla. I think they should protest a lot more than just Tesla. They're rightfully protesting Tesla, and Tesla stock is tanking, and they've lost Elon Musk has lost 120 or more billion dollars. So, like I said, there's multiple things happening here. It's not that Trump hates what Elon Musk is doing and he's trying to get him out because Trump likes Social Security or cares about anyone. No, zero of that. It's that Trump thinks it's going to hurt his numbers to have Elon Musk by his side, and Elon Musk is worried about his money and his Tesla stock, etc. Now, some of the biggest things that Elon Musk wanted to happen, he's largely achieved or in the process of achieving. He has attacked gutted many of the agencies that were investigating him, that were investigating his company. So he's thereby, in mass corruption, thereby decreased the investigations into his company. I had talked about how corporations and the ruling elite have used the government, the so-called elected government in our sham democracy. They've used the government as a shield to protect them from the people. When the people get angry at the decisions that were made by the corporate ruling elite, the people could vote out the politicians. So government, and our federal government especially, was looked at as a shield by the corporate elite. Elon Musk, and to some degree Donald Trump, have made the dumb decision to put themselves in the position of the government. So now people have leverage. People can go, I'm not buying Tesla. I'm spray painting a dick and balls on a Tesla. I am on a Cybertruck. I am going to protest outside Tesla plants. Like, there's a level of leverage that the people can actually go to and have some impact. Normally, the only impact people can do is, I'm going to vote him out, and then they vote him out, and then the next guy comes in, and he's equally controlled by corporate America, so nothing ever changes. So in his idiocy, I know Elon Musk is smart about some things, but he's dumb about this. He has placed himself in the position, in the crossfire of the American people and their anger. Anyway, I want to show on this topic, Elon Musk was on Fox News, and I think he did not expect the interview question to be this tough. And I think the reason Fox News is asking a legitimate interview question, like an actual difficult one for Musk to answer, is because Fox News is really in the pro-Trump boat. And they probably view Musk as harming Trump's numbers or harming his chance of, remaining president for the next 900 years.
To talk to you about what DOGE. And so you've been making cuts to a lot of the agencies that have open investigations and regulatory battles with your companies. At the same time, you continue to get billions in government contracts. Tesla gets billions in subsidies. How do you explain that to the American people?
I think right there, the pause is Elon Musk going, I didn't know Fox News could ask a real question. I didn't even know they were capable of it.
Well, everything that DOGE does is an open book. So I think, the most transparent the most transparent organization in government ever.
So all of that is absolutely false. I mean, Elon Musk is increasingly proving himself to be one of the most prolific liars on the planet. And, even Grok, even his own, for those of you who are lucky enough to not know, Grok is the name of the AI on X, Twitter. And even when you ask Twitter's own Grok, they may have fixed this bug, but when you ask who is the greatest perpetrator of misinformation in the United States, at least for a while, it was saying, well, judging by the number of people who read his post and how incorrect they are, Elon Musk is the largest perpetrator of misinformation. He says that the most transparent thing, DOGE is the most transparent thing ever. Utterly bullshit. As you will recall, there were many stories about how no one knew exactly what DOGE was doing. DOGE went into the Treasury Department and started rifling through data there when it wasn't even clear that it was legal for them to be doing that. And eventually they were stopped, or at least stalled for a while. But during all of that, was there transparency? Was the American people going, oh, we know exactly what they're doing?
Every single DOGE action is listed on the doge.gov website. It's also listed on the X handle. So
again, not true. And again, when you're lying about things, it doesn't matter if your actions are listed. If you're lying, okay, that's not transparency. It's got to be, to have transparency, you got to be telling the truth about what you're doing. Beyond that, it's utter transparency on the DOGE website. Doesn't really matter to Americans. How many Americans are studying the DOGE website? Furthermore, assuming DOGE has a lot of actions, how many people are studying every last action DOGE commits? He's basically saying we can commit whatever crimes, whatever laws we want to break. And this is not to say there's not fraud in the American government, by the way. I'm not defending the American government here. I am just saying this is a corrupt sociopath.
If anyone has a concern about any one of those actions, they can bring that up. They can raise that. And I do want to say, sometimes we make a mistake. Nobody bats 1,000. We will at times make a mistake, and we'll act very quickly to correct it. I am under such an extreme spotlight, so much scrutiny, that it's literally impossible for me to get away with anything nefarious. And obviously, nor do I wish to.
That's how a sociopath talks right there, is they say, too many people are watching. I try to get away with nefarious stuff, but no, too many people are, I never have. I'm not. Who? Oh, that's right. I shouldn't say that I've been thinking about getting away with nefarious stuff, but I can't.
So this is a case where we have radical transparency. We're actually willing to admit that we do make mistakes. Often people are not willing to admit they make mistakes, but we are. But we want to emphasize we fix them quickly, and we're trying to do the right thing for the American taxpayer, for the American people. And I think history will be the judge that what we've done here and what we're doing, a very good thing for the strength and future of America.
One can really hope that history will be the judge of this MFer. One can really hope, but I think he knows that the victors write the history, and if he can just take over everything and create a 100% fascist state as opposed to a 60 or 70% fascist state, then they can write their history books. So that'll be great. And then history will be the judge. And he says, we're doing a very good thing for the American people. You noticed, again, he dodged through the full answer. He never mentions the fact that he has very carefully and strategically attacked government agencies that are after his companies, that are investigating his company. The National Labor Review Board was investigating him for all kinds of violations of labor. Everything from forcing workers to work hours they're not supposed to and not paying them for it, to all the injuries at Tesla. Tesla has more injuries on the factory floors than the following 4 car makers combined. So things like that. All the garbage ways he treats employees. Some of those cases were in front of the NLRB, but because Trump fired someone, the NLRB now does not have quorum, which means it can't do anything. And as long as there's not a person in that spot, it can't do anything. Trump and Elon Musk win. Anyway, he doesn't care about the American people. I know you guys know that. He only cares about enriching himself and enriching the other mega wealthy people in this country. Most of these, and I make this point in the last Unredacted Tonight. I hope you watched the last Unredacted Tonight. If you haven't, go to leecamp.com/unredacted and you can watch that episode. But in the last episode, I make the point that if DOGE actually wanted to get to the heart, to get to any real level of government waste and fraud, there is one place and one place only they would go: the Pentagon. And I know Trump made some statement about, I'm going to cut 50% of the Pentagon. There's no evidence they're doing that. They also made a statement of, we're going to cut 8% a year. But then when Pete Hegseth was actually asked about it, he said, well, it might be moved to another department. So basically, we want to move 8% around each year. So if they wanted to do anything, they would go after the Pentagon and the $1 trillion a year that the Pentagon gets, and the fact that the Pentagon could never pass an audit, and the fact that the Pentagon admitted that they can't account for 63% of all their assets. So that is the number one place by a mile that you go if you want to save money for the American. But it's bullshit. And on top of that, of course, the whole idea of saving money and saving taxpayer money is kind of bullshit, because MMT, you got we print as much money as we want as long as we have the petrodollar, et cetera, et cetera.